Nelson Mandela. The greatest glory in living is not in falling, but in rising every time we fall. This was the beautiful words of Nelson Mandela, who lived a life of service. The motivation behind his lifestyle was the vision to liberate the people of South Africa from the apartheid regime, where racial discrimination was the order of the day. Our focus today is going to be beamed on Nelson Mandela. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was a South African activist and politician born to the Madiba clan in Mavizo village. His father, Godla Henry M. Bukanashiwa, was an advisor to the acting king of the Thembu people, and he became the John and Taba at the renowned palace of Mecca Hezweni. His father died of tuberculosis while he was 13 years old. The young Nelson grew up hearing his ancestral braveness during wars of resistance, and because of the foretold stories, he vowed to fight for the people's freedom. He began to face struggles upon his admission to the University of College at Fort Hare and was expelled due to his participation in a student protest. His return to the palace of Mecca Hezweni wasn't welcomed by the king, who threatened to marry wives for him if he didn't complete his education. This made him relocate to Johannesburg, where he worked as a mine security officer and published his articles through Witkin, Eidelman, and Sedlisky firm attorneys. Great leaders in the past faced persecution from several angles due to their daring to be different from the status quo. Find out about more stories like this by subscribing to Eureka Moment and clicking the bell icon. He began to make waves upon his entry into South African politics after joining the African National Congress in 1944. His zeal aided him to come up with the formation and creation of ANC Youth League, ANCYL. His loyalty to his ideology of radical approach in favor of majority policy helped him become famous, and his adoption of the Program of Action in 1949. He became more prominent when he was picked to serve as the National Volunteer-in-Chief of Defiance Campaign, along with Maluvi Sikeli as the deputy. He gained notoriety after he was jailed for 9 months of hard labor and 2-year suspension for disobedience against unjust law. His Eureka moment began when he and his friend Oliver Tambo established the first black law firm in South Africa, 1952. He became the talk of the town again after he was arrested in 1962 for leaving the country without a permit and mobilizing people for strike. After years of sickness while in the prison, he and other comrades were released from prison after ANC was unbanned. He later held talks to end apartheid government and was elected to ANC president due to Oliver Tambo's consistent sickness. On the 10th of May 1994, he was sworn in as the first democratically elected president of South Africa. He became a hero of democracy in South Africa after stepping down as a one-time president. After then, he focused on his Nelson Mandela's Children's Fund, Nelson Mandela Foundation, and the Mandela Rhodes Foundation, where he continued to give back to humanity. He remained immortal in the minds of South Africans due to his resilience against apartheid. He showed an example that we can live in a world free of racism, as he never hated white people as he knew people aren't their race. Nelson Mandela's legacy as a true advocate of democracy will be evergreen.
Do you know that Lamborghini was a tractor manufacturing company? Nike didn't start with its own shoe? And Lego made wooden toys? To know their stories, click on the playlist, and for the latest videos, do subscribe, and like and share.